we're going to get started. Hey there everybody, welcome back to Digimon World 2. Hopefully y'all have been having a good day. So last time we started our journey on trying to defeat the bad guys. Actually, so we got through the tutorial of this game, and then we started the long grind journey that this will ultimately take. Joy. Check out my items real quick. Let's go ahead and transfer this. So one of the things we need to do here early on is we need to try and farm some toy cars, which are neutral Digimon gifts that we can then use to obtain a toy Agumon so that we can trade it to get a snow Agumon that is really a baller, basically. So that's our primary goal at the moment. Of course, this being an RPG, the other main goal is to level your guys and all that jazz. Beat the bad guys. All the fun stuff. So we'll just keep on keeping on. I'm like a moron, I forgot to switch to the screen. Joy, oh joy. Great way to start the day. Should probably make sure. Alright. Alright, we're good now. Stupid thing. Alright. We also need to grind money so that we can buy some of the upgrades for the Digibeetle, which is the name of the car. If you're new and you're checking this game out first time, you can only recruit Digimon of a particular type that matches the guard team that you join at the beginning of the game for the first while of the game. Which is why we have all virus types, because we joined the Black Sword card team. So it can be limiting to start, but as you go, you get the ability to buy neutral gifts, which makes life easier all around. So should help a lot. It's probably not worth it to try and grind in this exact spot. Yeah. Usually those toy cars, if you're going to find them, appear on a... There's one particular map that seems to have a higher drop rate for them, and then otherwise they kind of... It just has to be deeper in the dungeon. So ooh, an EP pack, we'll take that. I also don't mind stocking up on some of the basic essentials like MP discs and hit point discs, so Tapermon, Tentamon. I'm not sure what's up with that. A little bit of lag. Nice. So of course we weren't lucky enough to get a paralysis proc on that, but that's the way it goes. So these guys are all vaccine types in this dungeon. I think all of them are vaccines. I don't think this is one that switches halfway through, but because of that, starting with the virus type could potentially be difficult to deal with. And the boss of this particular dungeon may end up being tough, kind of rough. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Let's see here. It's level 9. Oh, he must have been the one that leveled. I went through the last screen too quick. So at level 11 we can digivolve our Digimon to Champion, which is obviously a huge improvement. I better check and see where we're at on items. Wouldn't mind stockpiling some of these, but EP packs aren't bad. Let's go for the third floor. So I have played this game a fair bit. If you missed it before, so this is Toy Agumon. This is the guy we need to try to get, but we have to get toy cars to do that. Which we don't have any of yet, so we can't obtain him. Hopefully we'll get a chance to here, and hopefully luck will be on our side, and we'll find a couple, because it's rough. Anyway, as I started saying earlier, I've actually played this game a fair bit growing up. I've never beaten it. It's a long-ass game. So that was my goal with streaming this, is we're gonna all take the slow journey together and hope that we have some luck. And maybe with all the people watching, I'll actually be motivated enough to finish this game. Just more EP packs. Oh, of course it's on the other side of that. As a little side thing, I'd really like to get these guys to level 11 if we can before leaving. just because that means when we go back we can digivolve them and come back. When we come back in, they'll be ready to kick some butt. We'll see how that goes, though. Nice. He cured his paralysis, but we got a proc on it, so that's a freebie. We're sitting pretty okay though, as when I looked to scan these guys earlier, you can see that these guys are only level 2. So we've kind of got a level lead on them, which we need to have at this point, so I'm okay with that. It's 150 points of damage there, I don't know. I suppose you could just power through it and go to the next floor and see what that one is. Digivolation in this game works interestingly. It's a lot more like the Digimon story games or Digimon. It's similar to Digimon Cyber Sleuth, but it's still very different. But it's not like the pet raising ones. So, and if you've seen the original Digimon World game, you can tell this is quite different, as this is just an RPG, a monster collection RPG, as opposed to a monster raising sim. Okay, so we lucked out here. This is the special type of floor that tends to have the cars on them more often than not. So we'll use one of these EP packs here. So that we can try our luck. This is the floor setup we're looking for, though. There's slight variations, but the overall setup is the same. Ah! Okay, so we found the toy car, which is good. We'll just discard a hit point. Fortunately, you can still pick the items up. So nice, we found one toy car. If we can get a couple more, we'll have a good chance at this. Getting a toy Agumon. Which would be great because that gives us a chance of at a little bit of diversity within our team, since we're primarily set up as a virus team at the moment. But Frigimon's move, which is what Snow Agumon digivolves into, Sub-Zero Ice Punch is a pretty good move in that repeated use increases its power, so... I think this takes us to the bottom floor. Yeah. Okay, we'll explore this, but we won't fight the boss right now. Alright. Alright, so that was a good run. We got a toy car, which is excellent. You may have noticed as you come into town, your Digimon are fully healed. Which is good. They could have done that a lot more annoyingly than they did. We're gonna go ahead and put the toy car in the server for now. We will stop and look at upgrades. I think the only upgrade we can make right now is the trap arm. I think we've upgraded the battery as far as it goes too. For now, until we can buy a new one. Yep. We do need those, but oh, I suppose we'll grab the magnet hand. I'm honestly not sure how useful the arms are, because I don't feel like they ever do anything, but we'll upgrade it anyway. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've got the battery at best it goes. Which is the important one because that's the one that gives us the EP. The other things we'll have to pick up soon are the different radars so that we can start avoiding some of the shenanigans. But we'll head back. So at this point, basically, we want to try to get to the 4th floor as soon as we can. So that's how we'll run this for now. And as you can see, as you may have noticed since we've done this one a few times, the dungeons themselves are randomized for the most part. You will run into similar layouts and stuff depending. The bottom floor, the boss floor, is always the same. I'm not sure why they did that way, but other than there's a few areas with special things happen on those floors, so that's probably why. Alright. We'll go ahead and take these guys out and grab the chests out of this room since there are chests in here. On the slim off chance that we get a car out of them. But I don't think we probably will. You can, I guess. I've seen it. It just isn't, I don't know. The fourth floor, for some reason, seems to be the one that has, if there's toy cars on the map, the dungeon at all, that's the one floor you'll find them on. Problem is, we probably need 3 or 4 of the dang things just to try and get the Toyagumon. And then it'll take a lot of luck. Well, I'm not shocked by that. This ended up being a small floor. Some of these, if the game goes on for a while, get to be really big. A lot of floors. If only there was a tiny chance of having them want to join you just naturally when you beat them up, but that is not a thing. And actually, to my knowledge, this is about the only Digimon game that I know of where you give gifts to try and obtain Digimon. They pretty much swapped to this scanning mechanic where seeing Digimon enough gives you the ability to finally hatch them or create them, digiconvert them, I think is the term they use. Which I guess works better in a lot of ways. Heck of a lot less frustrating. Grindy, I guess, but yeah, it's probably less grindy than what we've got to do for this. Especially when it comes to not being able to even access the other Digimon types earlier in the game. Goodness gracious. Ugh. I kind of don't want to eat this acid, but there's likely a trap in that thinner part. So I think we'll just power through since we can. The good news is once we hit the obtain the Toy Agumon, we're kind of done with grinding for the next little bit, because we should be far enough along that we can power through for a bit. Which is good. Basically, the first part of the game is a rush to obtain the ability to go to, oh, what did they call that? Oh, I can't think of what the city's name is now. There's a neutral city that you can obtain. You obtain access to fairly early on that allows you to buy the different items for the different types and stuff. Oh, we also saved Angemon last time, so we can go and talk to him in the Meditation Dome. But that won't really matter for a little while. All I can think of for the name of that other city is that the leader's name is Technodonna, but darn, that's annoying. Why is his MP so bad? That's weird. Should be getting close to leveling these guys again. Alright, level 10. So we get Demi-Devimon up to level 11, and then we can Digiball. Unfortunately, instead of becoming straight Devimon in this, becomes Ice Devimon, whose ability in this game is useless. So unfortunately we don't have a lot to look forward to in that regard. Yeah, we don't need that. But if you like rookie Digimon, you're in for a treat, because we'll be using rookie Digimon for a long time. That's interesting that he was able to get his paralysis cured and still get an attack in. Usually when that happens, they don't get a chance to hit you. Poor Betamon's needing to level up. I have 1 experience left, that figures. He ain't being cut no slack today. My goodness, we are having some terrible luck trying to get off this floor. See, last time we were in here, the third floor was tiny. This one's huge. Hopefully we'll get the same fourth floor, though. And with one or two toy cars on it, we'll be sitting real good. Kind of a tanky little dude. Well, we definitely ain't gonna be getting them to level 11 on this go round. Man, this one really ended up being massive. We're going to check this chest too, just as well. Maybe fortune will smile on us and we'll get a toy boat. Toy boat would probably guarantee. So one of the things that's, I guess, is worth mentioning here is that you have to be careful how you target your skills, because this game does not have a built-in ability where if you have two enemies and you target everybody on one enemy, if he gets knocked out, your attacks will redirect to the other guy. That's not a thing in this. If you all attack the same enemy and he dies, you waste whatever attacks you sent at him that don't hit him, basically. So you have to be kind of mindful of how you're playing a little bit. You can't just autopilot when you're fighting multiple guys. I probably should have grabbed that, I guess, because we could have just turned around and used it right away. Okay, we got the same fourth floor. So that's a promising start. Hopefully we got a car in here. Not a great start for this one. Oh. Nope. We got nothing. Well, we are out in that case. And that's the way this game goes. Also, I don't control this part. This is an automatic part that you see every single time. I would be totally cool with seeing a remake of this game where they got rid of a lot of that kind of stuff. some of the extra grindiness that's in here. Quick save. All right. I think we'll go ahead and go buy the radar. Yeah, we'll buy the mine sweep at least. We can work on upgrading it later, but we'll at least get it for now. I'm kind of reluctant to upgrade the engine at all because I know that we can buy a new engine not too long. So I'd rather just save the money, I think. Although you do get a fair chunk of the money back that you invest in when you sell the items. So that's good. Alright, and we're off again. What will we find? Who knows? Alright, there's some luck. Good start. Ooh, even better start. Of course, now since we've been able to fast track this, we'll get a different fourth floor probably. Oh, knowing how things tend to go. This is also probably going to be a massive third floor that we won't be able to get through for 20 minutes. We will see. We got a while left to grind to 11. That may not happen before we obtain the toy cars. I probably should just push through this dungeon, I suppose. I just don't remember at what point the Toy Agumon deal is no longer available, because those are temporary. And after you hit certain story beats of the game, those deals disappear. Oh my gosh. There's a mine. I guess I'm glad we bought that. Yeah, we found it. Alright, 4th floor. Here we go. 4th floor, hype. Toy car, hype. Strike 1. There's only 2 possible strikes in this game, but alright, here we go. Darn it. Well, I think that means we're out of luck, because I'm pretty sure we won't find anything down in this last corner. But I ain't nothing but if not thorough, so we're gonna check anyway. I think we're gonna go ahead and go down to the next floor too, since we didn't have to explore so many of these other ones. And see if we get lucky down there. Ugh. Not my day-to-day, apparently. Alright, we're gonna just power. We're gonna beat this boss, and we'll move to the next domain. A shining treasure, what? He will show us his power. So through shenanigans, the boss of this dungeon is actually a data type, which means we have advantage here. He technically has advantage because of being nature, but gives him a power boost. But we have type advantage, so yay us. And frankly, we got plenty of healing stuff. Problem with this dude is he's got a paralysis related move. Yeah, we lucked out. That attack has a chance to paralyze you, which stinks. As paralysis does. Nice. We were a little over leveled for this boss. I think technically this is supposed to be the boss you're supposed to do next, but oh well. Or do first and then you do the domain we did the other day. But level 10. Making progress. Alright, now that we've completed that, we can head back to the base and talk to the leader and obtain our next mission. Okay, so if I remember right, yeah. So this guy's gonna give us a toy plane, which is an A rank neutral toy, which is good. It's used for a very specific reason, so we can't use this to obtain the toy Agumon right now. Basically, we can use this to obtain a metal Greymon. I think he gives us this now. It might be later. Oh yeah, here we go. So basically in this domain at the very bottom, the last floor, the boss floor, you have a chance to obtain a metal Greymon, who is in fact an ultimate level Digimon, and so the toy plane is used for him because it basically is guaranteed, and there's a small chance he'll ignore it, but as long as he doesn't ignore it, you're pretty much guaranteed to obtain him, which is crazy game breaking. But there is one other problem with this dungeon, and so we aren't going to be able to tackle that right now, so we need more money. There's a few floors in this particular one that are set the same way, or nearly the same way every time, and that's mainly to accommodate the fact that they did this Metal Greymon event, and you'll see what I mean when we finally do this dungeon. But because of that, we're not going to be able to do that right now, because we need to have the missile gun, or whatever it's called, the missile shooter, or the missile cannon, or whatever the hell they called it in here, to get through an area of that dungeon. Like, you do not get very far in it. So I think we'll blast through this some more, and then maybe we'll do this one more time, and then maybe we'll head to Disc Domain, where we can get a little bit more money. Because not only do we gotta buy the cannon that can shoot the missiles, you have to buy the missiles. It all takes up slots in the box and all that fun stuff. The other big thing is we kind of need Digimon that are Digivolved to Champion to take on the Metal Greymon, for obvious reasons. he's not entirely out of our league. Like they've set him up so that he's beatable, but he, since he's a vaccine in our case, he could be very dangerous for us if we aren't careful, and if we're not at a high enough level to actually deal with him. And I'll admit that I am probably not going to be patient enough to grind to make that fight super easy, but there's a few other mechanics that I haven't mentioned yet in this game that don't really matter right now, and we'll run across them soon enough. But they're tied to leveling up and digivolving and all that fun jazz. Hit point disc, what a shock. We're gonna get caught. I guess that's alright. Money's one of the things we're after. Get some bits. Not to be confused with Twitch bits, which are an entirely different thing. Should try swapping this, I guess. I wonder if Gazamon can actually take Tentamon out in one shot. He might be able to. We'll have to try that on the next one. Usually when I play this game, I don't pick the virus guard team. I usually pick the vaccine because I like Agumon. And it gives you access to Agumon immediately. All right, we're gonna try this the other way. Let's see. It probably is going to have similar results, so it probably won't matter. But at least we tried. Yep, that's not surprising really. So it doesn't matter. He's not capable of taking either of them out in one shot. Oh well. Keep on a truckin'. Devimon's close to digivolving, so that's cool. Just go ahead and skedaddle. Well, that was a waste of time. What a shock. You know what, we'll risk it. We need at least one more fight anyway. A little bit of luck on paralysis on that one. No luck on it actually proccing though. Not that it matters at this point. Actually, the worst status effect in this game is confusion. Oof. Functions exactly how you'd think, but it can be brutal. Alright. Yeah, if we do one more fight, we can digivolve Betamon too, so that might be worth the effort as well. I think it needs to be the doubled, though. Jeez, if only we'd gone the other direction. Oh well, away it goes. Alright, so getting this will allow us to digivolve Betamon when we head back this time, and Devimon, which is excellent. I just need to be careful that I don't level them to level 12, because then we'll have problems. I probably should have swapped Devimon out, I guess. I have another guy. Too late now, I suppose. I guess we're not out anything if he didn't learn the Ice Devimon move. So the reason why you want to make sure you don't level him past the level 11 this early in the game before digivolving them is because it takes a whole level to learn moves, a new level up, and so if you hit their level cap, which is a thing in this game, before they do that, you don't learn their move. And so it's kind of a waste, so that's why you don't want to be too oblivious in that regard. There we go. I think we'll be alright. We'll try to avoid fights the rest of this. Turns out it was easy. Figures. Alright. 4th floor hype. Give it a go. Yes! That's what we needed. That's 2. I mean, that's some progress. You know, we'll get rid of that. That's a 2. I'd really like one more. And then it's save scum, basically. Save scum until we get what we came for. It's alright. We'll go ahead and go down since I know that there's one chest down here. We'll check it out. Oh yeah, that tells you beat the boss of a domain, I guess. I've been calling them dungeons, but I guess they call them domains. Alright. Okay, let's transfer stuff. Oops, I actually should probably hang on to one of those. You know what, let's go do this real quick. And then I think I'm going to wrap it up for the night. If you've been enjoying what you've watched, be sure to follow so that you're aware when I am streaming again. And it's much appreciated. But we'll digivolve these guys first, because first digivolutions. Yep, we'll digivolve him to Ice Digimon. Unfortunately, his attack is extremely situational, and I don't know if it'll ever. I don't know if I've ever used it actually. This, on the other hand, Dark Tyrannomon, excellent early game Digimon. Quite seriously, is amazing. His attack is a attack that hits all enemy Digimon, which has a fairly heavy MP cost, but makes him a pretty heavy hitter early on. So yeah, we're off to a pretty good start. We got 2 of the cars we need. If we can get one more, we'll be sitting really good. And we can finally get the Toy Agumon part finished up. And that would be pretty darn good. Alright. And with that, I'm going to wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Be sure to follow if you're interested in checking me out another time. And hope you guys take care of yourselves and you have a good evening, night, day, whatever you've got going on. I hope it's a good one.